Hello, my name is Johnny Ray Cornell, and I am making this video to talk to you about the proton. I'm not a professional video maker or an actor. I'm just a scientist, and first of all, the first thing is I don't believe in hokum science. I don't teach hokum science, and this is the beginning of my channel. And I don't teach crackpot science, but I will teach you the entire workings of the proton nucleus based on the standard model and the four fundamental forces of nature. I'm going to do it in a very casual way, but it's going to be very formal. I will formalize this into a verbal, and you will come away understanding the proton like no other. First of all, CERN believes, and you can look it up on the videos on YouTube, on their videos, that the proton nucleus, the quarks, are held in confinement just around a bubble called the strong force, and held in confinement. And they say they're free to move any way they want to inside of there, and that electromagnetism doesn't have an effect on the quarks. But I say it does. Murray Gell-Mann was inconclusive. He said he didn't know. And the scientists of today will tell you that they don't know what is occurring in the nucleus. I have solved it, and I'm going to put it on YouTube to document my solution and to document in a way where the common person can understand it in plain English. The only prerequisites you will need to understand what I teach you here is to understand the four forces of nature: the strong force, the weak force, gravity, and strong force, weak force, gravity, and electromagnetism. And you will have to understand the standard model. That's all the prerequisites you need. The standard model of particle physics, which I believe is incomplete. I believe they don't have the positron on there. They should have the positrons, at least on the ones I've seen. Now, I guarantee you my solution to the proton nucleus and what is occurring in the nucleus will solve the proton to the point that you will understand why the electron does not spiral into the nucleus. And to get on with it, today's first lesson is about the quarks. This is what I want you to take away from this video. The quarks have the same charge. They're both positive, 2/3 positively charged. This means that they will fly apart because they repel. And they would fly apart forever if it were not for the strong force, which is 137 times stronger than the electromagnetic force, holds them together. They are tidally locked. One moves, the other moves. And they're locked at that same distance constantly, because the electromagnetic force is pushing out constantly. But you can think of the strong force as a thread holding them together, and they're pulling against that thread very strongly. That's what I want you to take away from that video, and that's all for this first lesson. That's an important thing to get and think about. Uh, and I have fully solved the proton. And I want you to keep watching the channel to get the full solution so you will understand the proton. And later on, after I have done this, I will continue with more of my physics on black holes and other things. Once you see I'm not a crackpot. This is my first video, so people don't know me yet. So pretty soon you'll see my science is valid and based on valid science. First of all, let me begin by saying CERN doesn't know what's occurring in the nucleus. They just think that the quarks are free to move around willy-nilly, and they're not. Because the electromagnetic force between the up quarks keeps them constantly at a constant distance away from one another, and if one moves, the other moves. This is what locks the proton together and makes the protons stay together. All right. Thank you very much.